Hello and welcome. How are you all doing today? Long time no see. I haven't done a live stream for quite a while. Hello Maxim, how are you doing? Been very busy with other work things, so yeah, thank you for your patience. Been a while, been a long time coming. How is everyone? So we're going to be building the big boy today. Typhon siege tank, Typhon heavy siege tank. We've got the rules nearby as well, so we're going to make a start on it. So let's do the unboxing. This might be even your second unboxing that you've seen today for the Typhon. You know, could they have done a dual kit? Could they have done a dual kit? I don't know. I don't know. I think they're at the limit. I think they're at their safe limit. That definitely wouldn't have fit. Yeah, so if you had another one of these sprues with the lasers on, I think that would be a little bit too much. And the box is already a Spartan size box. So yeah, this is the start of the live stream today. We'll be building this for the next sort of two and a half hours or so, maybe 3. We'll see how we get on. What I would like to do is just build the cannon, the Dreadhammer siege cannon. That's what I'd like to do, because everybody's seen me build the sponsons and the actual tank itself, but these are the 2 new sprues, so I'd like to build those. The old transfer sheet. Hello Kriegsman, how you doing? Yeah, it used to have a longer range. All those veteran Horus Heresy players out there. If you're new to Horus Heresy, then, you know, welcome. If this got you into Horus Heresy, if the plastic stuff got you into it, yeah, I think what I'm going to do is we're going to build a cannon. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. I think we'll build the cannon. And I'd like to build this new thing as well. I wonder if you build this in the Spartan. I'm sure you do. You must do. Like the extended kind of lower part of it or whatever. Yeah. It was 48 inches when it didn't move. Yeah. It's a shame they nerfed it. You definitely think it could go for 48, wouldn't you? Especially with my one. You know, I've built my one with the cannon fully erect. Well, at least that's fully erect in my books. Okay, right. So what we'll do, yeah, we'll just take the cannon apart. H4 and H5. Yeah, I'm quite lucky that mine arrived today. It did say that it was going to be dispatched after release. So, you know, I know it's a bit of a late stream tonight, but I'm lucky that it arrived. We're all quite lucky that it arrived. I get to show you it all, or some of it at least, you know. Yeah. So H6, this is the actual cannon itself. There we go. So that will go on top. And then it's this piece, this new piece. I mean, it definitely looks different to the Cerberus one. You know, Cerberus has all this top cage and things on, and it has a completely different kind of top area here. I assume it's going to be pretty much the same when the plastic comes along. You know. But yeah, please do put in the chat tonight what you're all working on. If you were able to pick up one of these, or any of the other pre-orders from last week. I think we had the Vashtor box set released, didn't we? So maybe people have been building say some old Dark Angels models today. I don't know. Okay, H9. Yeah, and then this will be, I think, part of the top. So this is number 1, which is right there. Wow. Okay, so we'll snag this piece out. There's also these little pieces too. Number 2 and number 10. I'm thinking are back here. Yeah, we need to keep them. Need to keep them safe for later, maybe. Yeah, I haven't spoken to quite a few of you for a few weeks. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're enjoying the all of the content. Welcome to October. That's what it seemed like this week. I just had to kind of release those reviews and things of the Orcs, mainly because, like, who knows if we're going to get plastic other minis and things. Like, who knows? Maybe we will. Let's go for that brightness today. Yeah, I mean, obviously we're getting a plastic snick rot, and Badrook is nowhere to be seen. It's a shame you know, if they were releasing a new one, it's a shame that the new one couldn't be released alongside the Boarding Patrol, Combat Patrol. I'm getting these mixed up now. There's so many Boarding Patrols about now. Either way, everything went up in price. You can definitely notice it. Sort of £40 for 10 minis and things. It's yeah. I mean, this tank alone is £70. It's yeah, quite a chunk. But I doubt you'll ever need more than one, unless you're like an Iron Warrior or something, and you want like 10 of them. I don't know. Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to Resident Evil next week. I would like to live stream it. Yeah, I would like to. This is this panel, which looks very similar, you know, very, very similar. Is it like for like? Could well be. Could well be. Oh, thanks, Ed. Yeah, I've got my motivational tanks right here. Always good to have like a model or two with you, just to kind of remind you of what you've accomplished. Especially with a big plastic kit like this. I mean, this kit has anything over 200. I find is a real project. We're even joined with a little vindicator, which won't be long before we get the plastic kit for that, or full plastic kit. Yeah, it's always good to have a bit of motivation. You know, on a 200 piece kit, it's a lot. You know, those War Masters are 200 something, I think they are. Yeah. Oh, nice one, Sampler. Yeah, please do, everyone. Put what you're building down below, if you are building or if you're painting this evening. It's always pretty cool to find out what everyone else in the hobby is doing right now. I've got a bit of a treat for you guys next week for the videos. It's definitely topical. With what's happening at the moment, it's very topical. But yeah, you're just gonna have to tune in on Monday morning, I guess. I didn't get my book, which is really quite odd. You know, the cipher book that I ordered, the limited edition. Yeah, really strange. But oh well, maybe I'll receive it next week. It's not like Games Workshop to delay their own orders. But I've heard they've got some like stock issues and supply issues and things. So yeah. Wouldn't surprise me if there's a few things going on with them right now. In their warehouse. I mean, I'd go and help them if I live closer. Yeah, definitely. But I live quite a long way away from Nottingham. It's probably a good thing too. My collection would probably be way bigger. How many Contemptor torsos did you get? All of them, Maxim. All of them. I just added all of them to the basket. And what I'm doing is that I'm now magnetizing my Contemptor torsos so that I can hot swap them with all of my plastic Contemptors. So, you know, if I just, they're going to look a bit like a clown in a way, because I'll have like a yellow torso for Imperial Fists with on black legs for Dark Angels, but you know, because that's what they want you to do, don't they? They want you to buy all the torsos and, you know, magnetize them, surely. They don't want you to do the weapons. If they did want you to magnetize the weapons, they'd sell the weapons, right? No, I didn't get a single torso, and I will not get a single torso. Those torsos, for me at least, would be one of the last things I would purchase off of Forge World. If somebody just said, right, super, you can just buy anything off Forge World, anything and everything, those things would probably be the last that I'd add to the basket. Along with, well, the first thing I'd add to the basket is probably this lovely lady. Like, I mean, I'm just treating you guys this evening to this content. She's just gorgeous. My bae. I'd just add another one of those because there's nothing quite like a good pair of Trogoff hacks. So you know, yeah, I don't know what else. Probably another row guide. No, the problem is with, you know, if you did have that choice of having anything and everything from Forge World or Games Workshop, is you've still got to build it. You know, you've still got to build it. And I've even heard that some people even paint their models as well. I mean, this is news to me, but yeah. If I need you to build my studio, oh no, it's too far for you to come. It's too far, but thank you anyway. Hey, if I can build a wall, if I can build a Reaver Titan, I'm sure I can put some wood together. Sure. Or my new saying at the moment is, if I can magnetize Warlord Titan arm weapons correctly, then I'm sure I can build a studio. That's my new go-to. Oh, nice one. You're relaxing. Oh, what a question. What's this? Hey Stig, if you could invent a new Space Marine tank, what would you call it and what would it do? Oh, that's a really cool question, Stig. Thank you. The Decimator. I don't know. I've already got Kratos. We've got a Thunder Hawk. I don't know if I'd have something to do with a thunder. I don't know if I'd go artillery and have like a big rocket tank, or go super heavy. I might go, yeah. I wouldn't go transport. I think the Mastodon is fine. I think I like the little fast saber tanks as well. I'll tell you what, I'd create a tank that had a quad launcher on the front and two side sponsons of multi-melters or Volkite, and I'd call it the Achilles. No. Just so that I could have one. No. I'd probably go for a super heavy chassis rather than artillery or a main battle tank. I'd probably call it the Decimator. It'd have like maybe like the Volkite cannonade, or probably the dual cannons, but it would have missile banks on either side. It would essentially be a mammoth tank, I reckon. That's probably what I would go for. Or some kind of flame tank, like a Command and Conquer type flame tank. Like have two of those like Cerastus flamers. Forgotten what they're called. Kriegsman, you know the flamers. But yeah, I'd probably go for that. Some kind of flame tank. That's a really cool question though. Thanks, Stig. You're motivating yourself to go to the store. Is this for groceries, or is this for clothes, or Warhammer even? Well, you can always take me with you on, you know, have the live stream running in your pocket, and you know, have your wireless earpods or something. You know, just listen to my voice to motivate you going on the trip. I'll sometimes do that. I'll have a YouTube video running and then I'll put it in the car and continue to at least listen. I'm finding that more and more with YouTube, that there's a lot of content out there where you can just set it to play, to audio only. Even like video game reviews as well. The hag is, yep, the hag is always close by. I need to review her though. I need to review the hag. This is a thing. I've picked up a few fantastic beasts. All right, creatures, monstrous creatures and things. I've picked up a few of them over the last couple of years, and I've enjoyed building them. And then I've just kind of put them to one side, and I haven't really reviewed them. Like Nagash, I haven't reviewed Nagash or the hag or this creature, which isn't anything to do with Horus Heresy, but this, is it a Mongol? Yeah, that's quite a cool mini. Yeah, so there's a few about that I haven't reviewed. I've started the Gloomspike Gits unboxings at least. You know, they'll be sprinkled in with a few Dark Angels reviews. Then we will move on to Word Bearers. I feel like I should really get the Dark Angels Contemptor Dreadnought review out pretty quickly. And just prepare myself for the barrage of comments that ask me where I've got it from, because it's no longer available, things like that. Okay, I think kind of main cannon is done. Yeah, so let's put this together. Wow, that's big chunky. I think it's, is it different? It's great that I've got the resin kit just here to, it is different. So if anybody, I say purists, you know what I mean? If anybody, any hobbyists out there want to kind of know the difference, if you've got a resin Typhon, or you're just thinking about picking this one up, any purists out there, if you wanted to know the differences, this midsection is the same. Then this is obviously split because it's split in two there. These panels are different. There's a vertical panel there, but then for some reason it goes off center to horizontal. But here it stays unilateral. Anyway, mirrored, should I say? On the resin, these supports or whatever they are, there's more detail on there, and they're kind of dual layered, whereas these look like they're kind of melted on. They're like, yeah, melted onto the tank itself. You can definitely see there's more detail on this cannon thing. Also, there's more of a cusp, more of a cutout along the rim, and there are two rivets per join, I guess, rather than the one on the plastic. So so that's how you could tell just from a glance, is the two rivets. So if you see anyone selling any of these on eBay or wherever, that's a telltale sign, really. Like if they're saying it's resin and it's only got one of these rivets, then yeah, you know it's obviously plastic. The top looks similar, but in the resin you can't put your finger all the way in. It stops. It's a tight fit. Whereas this one, it's more of like concave. It tapers the further in you go, which is quite nice. But anyway, that's the differences. There's an actual hole. That's what I was trying to say. So yeah. Just read a few more comments. Paramite. If you've seen the videos, I'm a builder first and foremost. I just love building miniatures. I'm a builder and a collector, then a gamer, then a painter. So in that order, you know. You'd go with the Mars pattern erect. The Erector. The Erector heavy siege tank. Okay. A tank that launches resin torsos at the enemy. Oh, launches them back at Forge World, probably. Like a man cannon, even Spartan cannon. Nice one, Steve. Nice one. Yeah, me too. Would like some more tanks. And we are getting some more as well in the form of the Cerberus. That's coming out, isn't it? And we're getting this in fully plastic. I think this is a combi kit I've got. Oh, and the back door actually opens. Take note, take note. So yeah, this is the hybrid kit. So this is the plastic and the resin. So I think all of this top bit is resin, and this and the cannon. But the plastic one, obviously, you know, it'll be a dual kit. Yeah. Yeah. The compensator. Fantastic. Okay, that's that kind of done. Yeah. We are working on tanks again. I thought I'd take a break from building Primarchs. You know, we've had Angron and we've had Horus descended. Yeah. This joint could be tricky. Just to get the angle right, really. And to get it flush. They just say put this on there straight away, don't they? Looks like you can clean up even after this has been placed, so that's good job. Oh, the glue's very pungent today. Very pungent. I need to order, I keep forgetting I need to order some Tamiya thin, or extra thin, you know, the green one. I keep forgetting whenever I make an order. I'm hoping that the Cerberus will be up for pre-order for next weekend. Maybe the Venator, but I'm hoping the World Eaters will be, you know, the Combat Patrol. Maybe I'm getting my hopes up a bit too much, but... did you ever get to work on that Emperor's Children army? That's a really good question. I've got the 2 Praetors, the heads, the pads, all of the Mark 6s needed for them, and Fabius. Is it Fabius? No, Lucius. Sorry, I get them mixed up. And Lucius. So I need the Phoenix Guard. I need and a Spartan for them. I need Fulgrim. I need Eidolon, and like 1 or 2 other things. But they're like the last army for me to cover. And I haven't really started Imperial Fists. The goal was to finish them all by this month, by March. But Games Workshop, being Games Workshop, they've released a few other things, haven't they? Like World Eaters. And, well, Slaves of Darkness and a bit of Gloomspite kits. So, and now they've bumped up their prices. So we'll see. I just know what's coming for plastic. So yeah, have to. It's going to be a heavy release schedule, I think. But in my head, I want to do that in order. I want to start and finish Imperial Fists before I move on to Emperor's Children. But definitely before this year is done, definitely we'll have some reviews. You can mark my words there. You know, I can't cover every single Legion, but definitely those 6. Okay. I just want both of these side pieces of armour to be level. So that's as far as we can get with that. So that's the new sprue. So we've built part of the new sprue. Let's take a little look at these new pieces. So this is a G1. Look at these big coverings. We haven't had these before. I'm wondering if we'll get those for the Cerberus. I've made my mind up for the Sponson weapons anyway. There's going to be heavy bolters. My resin ones are magnetised. Oops. So I think I do have some heavy bolters somewhere, so I can just hot swap these. But for this one, because I've got Volkite on the Kratos and, you know, other Predators, and they're all interchangeable, I think it's fantastic. This Typhon tank will never be left wanting for Sponson weapon options, which I think is really, really a great foresight from Games Workshop. Okay, we're going to be comparing it to that in a moment. G2. What's this 7-piece? Oh, right, this will be for the, this will be for the Cerberus. So we've got a Cerberus piece on here. Nice. So my next question is, what is this piece? I can't remember this piece being on there. I don't know if anybody else has done an in-depth look at this kit. Oh no, it's just the underside of that. I thought this was for like a third variant. I thought, hang on a minute. Why would you just have one piece on a sprue? That's for that variant. Okay, so 4 and 3. Four and 3. Yeah, and this is the very front. I think it's going to be the same as the Cerberus, this piece at least. They look they look very similar. Yeah, I think this piece will be the same. And we've got one of these, piece of cabling. They say don't glue it. So, all right. The turret itself could be, I say the turret, the cannon itself could be movable by the looks of it. Positionable. That's what I was searching for. So this 7 piece, this is for the Cerberus then. So we'll get this sprue in that kit, hopefully, you know, in 2 weeks' time. So G9 is on the right and 8 is on the left. And that's this sprue done. I'm just reading the chat. You want to see someone make a model of that big tank that Grimaldus used to destroy. Okay. Big tank that Grimaldus used. I know you had the, what was it? Not Fortress of Redemption. Was it the Fortress of Redemption? What was Macarius's tank? Didn't he have a massive like Baneblade tank chassis thing? And then Perturabo, of course, has his own like custom Fellblade that with the back modified, so that him and his Automata or whoever they are, the Iron Circle, they can ride in the back or something, can't they? Yeah. Oh, it has a Quake cannon. So, oh, nice. Started with an O. I'm on it. I'm on it. Hang on. I'm on it. I can't remember. Honestly, can't remember. No, I can't remember. That'd take me ages to sort of find as well. Oh well. I don't know what. Hang on. Just trying to load up my stream again. There we go. Oh, great. Okay, there we go. We're back. Okay. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like the Cerberus will be nice, but coming off of the back of this Typhon, it's just going to be the same, but with the different kind of plastic weaponry at the front. Whereas the Sakaran Venator, although it will be the Sakaran sprue, will, you know, there's quite a few new pieces for that Venator, I think. What am I most looking forward to? More resin torsos? No. Probably. Well, an Achilles. Yeah. It's a close between an Achilles and a Typhon. But what does everybody think about the Adepticon? They said that there's going to be a seismic reveal. I don't know whether they're just using some fancy words or whether that is a hint. Of what they're going to be showcasing. I mean, there's previews for Adeptus Titanicus, so they could mean that, or they could just mean like the multitude of previews that they're going to drop. Either way, it's too early for me. So I'll dip and I'll probably watch it the day after or in the morning. Oberon. Ah, okay. Nice one. Good find. Good find. Oberon. They'll be previewing book 5. Oh, okay. Great. I can't wait. So I think these, how tight are they? It's hard to say, but they do go on here and here. So we're just dry fitting a few things, even though we don't need to because it's plastic. But yeah. I think that has a potential of staying in one place. I think yeah, I've got some good vibes about that. I think that'll be okay. Oh, nice one, Chris. Nice one. You notice the super heavies are not available anymore. Yeah. Well, they're not available at the moment. This, I don't know what it is, but this seems to be a thing throughout the whole hobby, that when some things are not available, like they're definitely coming out in plastic. I don't know who started that, but I know that there's some Warhammer news channels and YouTube channels that whenever something's like out of stock or not available, then it's instantly, oh yeah, it'll be out in plastic. No, that's not the case. There were plenty of examples during lockdown and things where things were no longer available, but what happened was they were just making the new molds again for the resin pieces, and it kind of created that buffer to stop people from ordering while they got back up to speed. The Warlord Titan was not available at different times as well. I think the only time when you can categorically say yes, something may be coming out in plastic is when they completely take it off the site, or that it could be coming back in resin in a different form. Like, we only have to look at the resin contempt dreadnoughts. I mean, luckily they told us, I say luckily, they told us they were going to do this, and then they were all sold out. So it is what it is, isn't it, with that? But yeah, unless they completely remove something off the website, I wouldn't automatically think that it's oh yeah, it's definitely plastic. Is it a possibility? Yeah, of course it is. Of course it's a possibility that they could make plastic fell blade, plastic glaive. Of course, because there's a plastic bane blade, and all those kits use the plastic bane blade parts anyway. So to make the other parts in plastic and have sprues, yeah. Would it be priced the same as a bane blade? I don't know. The bane blade nowadays gives people so much more value. The fact that you can build so many different tanks in that kit. Another thing is, could they do a dual kit? Could they do a dual glaive and fell blade? I don't know. They didn't do a dual for this, and this kit shares similar number of parts as the Cerberus, so, and they are Lords of War, so I think they would do an individual kit for all, unless they wanted to keep the same top turret, but just have like the extra ammunition coil, whatever you want to call them, the extra feeds to the Volkite, unless they wanted to do that and have them so that you just like glued them on rather than they were sort of part of the turret. So it's possible, still possible. Price though, this tank is £70, a Kratos is £80. How much would a fell blade cost? 130? 140? I mean, they're 200 at the moment. But it is possible, yeah. Oh, just gonna start charging this this screen, and because I'm not one to not tell you what I'm doing, I will literally be like 2 feet away, but I have to use my no expense spared. Just need a cable, please. Oh. Right, here we go. Oh. Okay. So my camera is charged. Just this screen isn't. You thought you'd seen the last of the screen, okay? But no. Hello, Explore Norfolk. How are you doing? Is that out? Are we charging? That is out. Why is that not charging then? Ah, there we go. Now we're charging. Charging 2 things at once. Well, charging 1 thing and then... okay, we can remove that. Okay. I'm back. Thanks, guys, for the patience. Right. Hello, Explore Norfolk. How are you doing? Long time no speak. Yes, we'd finished that. And then we were about to connect these. So underneath, and then wow, that goes together quite nicely. I like that. Oh, good to hear. Good to hear. Good. Yeah, that's really good. I hope it's going well. You know, you've had new jobs before, I think, so yeah, it's just getting into that routine, isn't it? But no, I'm happy for you. Okay. So if we put that on there. What are you up to, Explore Norfolk? I see in the Discord you've been doing other things other than Warhammer, I think. But if you have been doing anything Warhammer recently, feel free to share it with us. This is where a little bit of tissue nearby is very handy. I'm living life on the edge right now with the fact that I have not put my other mat down. I'm such a rebel. Such a rebel. There we go. That's way, way better. I can actually see the parts now. And so can you guys. Possibly. Well, they won't cut off by the screen. I will sort this camera angle out. Probably move it further back. Ah, there we go. That's a little bit better, isn't it? Okay. Good, good. It's great news. So, the next thing in this arsenal is to glue this piece on. So what we're doing is we're just going through all the new parts first of all, because, you know, you probably have built Spartans or Land Raiders before. You probably seen or experienced loads of track building and side building, and I just thought I'd, you know, focus on the new pieces of the kit first. I think that's I'd like to do that again. If ever there's a new kit, I'd definitely like to yeah, show everyone the new pieces and parts. And that'll be the same for the Cerberus. I'll just build the cannons first, or the, what is it called? What is the weapon called? Is it a neutron laser, heavy neutron laser array? I can't remember. Well, I'll have to have a look. I've got the rules nearby, but yeah, you mostly blitz through your historical stuff. Oh, nice one. Oh, you're waiting for Old World. Okay. Is that this year or is it next year? I can't remember. Certainly looks good what they've shown though. Yeah. I kind of included Heresy in that as well. Because you have got some Alpha Legion, or you were working on some Alpha Legion. I'm sure you posted some pictures on Discord. I'm always talking to chat. I don't know what's going on here, but I'm always talking to chat. Or chat talk to me and put some really awesome questions towards me, or ask me about the build and things. Yeah, I'm always interacting. I mean, yeah, there'll be silent periods, but that's just because I've been reviewing all day. I've been making all the videos for the week, or for the upcoming weeks. So you probably find that I have been using my voice for hours already on a Saturday, before I then talk for 3 hours straight. But yeah, usually the best, my favourite live streams really are the ones with a lot of interaction, where there's a lot of people asking questions and sharing what they're doing, and you know. And also it gives everybody the opportunity to just kind of talk to me live as well, which you can't really do with the videos, the daily videos, because YouTube, put it this way, YouTube don't notify me of every single comment that people put. I don't know how they work it out, but now and again I have to go back to older videos and check the comments, and then sort of reply to them if they need replying to. So, oh yeah, can you imagine if they alerted me for every single comment for like 3,000 videos? My phone just wouldn't stop vibrating, I don't think. Any thoughts on channels cutting up legit Warlord Titans for terrain dioramas as of late? Very good question, Aaron. Very good question. Well, I think this is tasty. This is a tasty response. I think if you're going to endeavour on a project such as that, it's key to have a bit of experience, just a little bit. You know, you could be the world's best painter. You know, you can paint murals on Titan armor and things like that, but you know, have a bit of experience in sort of building your chosen sort of terrain or diorama. You know, and don't rush it. Don't rush it for views. I understand. I understand. Some people, they do this for a living. I get it. You know, they've got families, they've got kids to feed, guys. You know, they do this. This is their job. So they want to make the content. They want to push the content out. They want to give you one video a week and spend 30 hours editing it. Fine. Absolutely fine. If you know, if they want to do that, that's cool. But it's no excuse for a poor job at all. Take your time, sort your magnets out. Just don't rush. Because some people are, I say influencers, I hate that word. Some people have a lot of followers and they will do certain things and the followers will just think that that's okay, or that's, you know, whatever. And that's, yeah, that it's like a standard, and the standard really should be spend as long as you personally feel or need to on a miniature, you know, because you don't need to rush it. It's your money, it's your time, which is why I'm so glad I never did live streams, or, well, was I doing daily videos? No, I wasn't doing daily videos when sort of 8 years ago when I did the Warlord Titan, but I'm so glad I wasn't doing that then, or any live streams or anything like that, that I took my time on the Warlord, and it took me a year and a bit, or whatever it took, because I can just look at that thing every day and just go, yeah, that's fantastic. I got it to where I wanted it to get to. I think another thing is if it's your money, like, I'm not talking about like, I am in a way, I am talking about money from YouTube. So like, you know, whatever their earnings are and things, if they get it from YouTube, they've worked hard, they've edited their videos, they've, you know, some videos have become popular, fine, you've earned that, that's great. But if you spend that money on things other than bills, so if you spend that money on a Warlord Titan or whatever, then I think that's a little bit different than it just being kind of given to you. Like, for me, it's the opposite. So I was gifted the Thunderhawk gunship, and I am really taking my time on that. I am taking more time on that than I did the one I bought myself. You know, so, and I think that's what it should be. You know, it's if it is gifted or it's other people's money, then yeah, you should spend a bit more time on it, and even better if you get to share it, if you get to share the experience with people. So anyway, that's just what I wanted to talk about that, really. Games Ed, right, so new tank larger than the Mastodon, 2 times as big as a Mastodon. I don't know. I mean already, like, what is it, already these kind of tanks kind of fly in the face of Space Marines, with Space Marines being that strike force, that tip of the spear. Anything kind of artillery related. I mean, if that's your creed, like Iron Warriors, fair enough. But you know, the Mastodon, I say that they would be vulnerable, in the tank, but they're not, because it's got void shields and things on it. So, oh, that goes together quite nice. I like that. Sorry, just experiencing new parts fitting for the first time. Would they do a bigger one than a Mastodon? It's a scary thought, having a troop transport that can transport more than 40 Space Marines, is it? And the dreadnoughts and things. I think, don't ask me how the dreadnoughts squeeze into there. Okay, it's another kind of rhino. I think they can, they can fold up like droids. I don't know, but they I think they can actually fold up a little bit. Contemptors. But yeah, that's a scary prospect. Something bigger than a Mastodon. No, I think it's more of a Titan. Could be a plastic Warhound. I don't think it's a plastic Thunderhawk because, well, we've already got a plastic Thunderhawk. Yeah, I mean, it could be something new for Adeptus Titanicus. Like, it could be an Emperor class Titan that's the same size as a Knight or a bit bigger. Well, it'd probably be bigger, wouldn't it? Or it could be plastic Warhound, or yeah. Or maybe it's just a terrain piece. Maybe it's just the Dark Angels Fortress Monastery, the rock. It's just a big piece of paper mache or something. It's quite seismic, isn't it? Hello, Revan. How are you doing? Nice one, Revan. Nice one. What a legend. Yeah, I kind of agree, Steve. I kind of agree. I mean, the problem about making everything to scale is then you can't have a game. It's like Star Wars Armada. I love the Super Star Destroyer, but it's not to scale. No way near is it to scale. But there is a game system behind that, and you know we're already quite cramped on game boards. You know, you have a game board and you bring a Warlord Titan and you're scuppered. Who brings a Warlord Titan to a Horus Heresy match anyway? Yeah, so it's just everything would need to be a bit bigger, and then you'd have less room on the games, and then you know the actual distances would be different, and yeah, they need to accommodate the game system. And I've spoken to the designers before, and they have said to me the scale is all over the place. You know, it really is. And we just have to deal with that. So, and also cost. You know, this tank is 70 quid. If you want a 2 scale tank, you know, are you prepared to spend an extra £30? I don't think so. People rarely are willing to spend £70 on the tank. And then there's the American and Australian price wars. No, the prices that you guys have to pay. It's just crazy. It really is. I'm just going to feel for where this goes and why this doesn't really fit very well, does it? It's one thing I've noticed. Okay. Exactly, yeah, cost. So we can have things for scale, but they will go up in price. You can't make them for the same price. You know, bigger models require either more parts or bigger parts, and both of which require either more sprues. Yeah, both of which require more sprues. Because you look at what we're cramming into sprues nowadays compared to the 90s. You know, we're getting these big 200-piece kits with the same number of sprues as the older Land Raiders and things. So, you know, it requires more sprues, and if it requires more sprues, then it requires more injection mold machines, which also, they're not cheap. Then it requires probably bigger boxes. Then there's the storage space. I mean, yeah, it's a logistical. Yeah, I'm just surprised that they make all these thousands of products that they do, and they keep pushing them out, don't they? They keep pushing it out. Crazy, Michael, crazy. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. Like, it's you know, the price, with the price increase now, it's like £40 for like 10 miniatures. So you guys, I don't know, do you guys have like a breaking point, or are you guys waiting for it to, you know, to be sold on second-hand sites, or is there a way you can get a discount? It's a shame when it's a hobby that you love and that you're priced out of it in a way. And I can openly say that people will be priced out of it because of the price of everything. And that is, you know, everything has just gone up so much. It's shocking. This is why they need that loyalty scheme, right? You know, they need those points desperately, because they're not going to reduce prices. I don't know. They'll probably do a few runs this year where you spend £100 and you get like a £5 voucher or something. Knowing them, they'll probably do something like that. Yeah, things are. Yeah, you're right, Aaron. Totally agree. Yeah. Yeah. The local Dawn tank required you to cut part of the box it comes in. That's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Don't give them ideas, Aaron. Okay? Don't give them ideas. They'll start bundling in like half the sprues and then expect you to start cutting. They'll put scissor marks on the inside of these boxes, and you know, you'll have a hybrid cardboard slash plastic super heavy tank, and they'll say, oh yeah, but you know, it's we're saving the environment, we're making sure that you don't create so much cardboard waste, you know, from the people that brought you plastic sprue recycle bins. You give them ideas. Stop it. That's fine, Maxim. No, totally agree. You know, the sacrifices have to be made. You're going to have to cut out one part of the hobby to fund the other. I'm the same as you, but I've done the complete opposite. I've cut out 40k. See what I mean? I've totally cut out 40k in my diet. Totally. All right. Just focusing on plastic horus heresy. So no resin heresy, just plastic horus heresy. No Age of Sigmar whatsoever. Yeah, I think that will be fine if we just glue that on there. Yeah, I get that. There's quite a few people I know that will do random purchases just to paint certain models if they look cool. Yeah, I totally understand that. They don't want to like collect a whole army, because I am such a collector. But with me and my collection and what I buy and things, it's for the channel. Like most of everything I get, I very rarely get it for myself. It is so that I can give you guys an unboxing and review and give you my opinions and do loads of size comparisons and talk about the rules and things. But if I was just buying for myself, that's how they get me. Like, I'll see one miniature that I really like and I'll get it, and then before you know it, I'm kind of collecting an army. That's how they get you. I'm trying to think of an army now that got me collecting it. Well, Death Guard to some extent. I just really like the Plague Marines, and the Terminators. They're just really cool, and the little blight drones and things. Blight Hall, am I fitting Blight Halls? Yeah. But that was for the channel, that Death Guard. If they did a plastic mastodon, it would come in a Titan box with the sprues, with all the parts. They'll start having plastic windows on the packaging that you have to cut out for the canopies. Oh yeah. Well, I think the Mechanicus Flyer does have it already. I think has the plastic canopies. Well, they do kind of sell PVA glue, so if they ever have a surplus. The Desolation Marines are the worst. Yeah. Yeah, they didn't look very good. I mean, the Dreadnought looked all right. Why is this fascination with heavy stubbers, though? Honestly, it's almost like Belisarius is putting his mark, is leaving his mark on everything. Like Hellblasters, yeah, fine, brilliant. The Volcano Lance weapons, brilliant, excellent. You know, even the heavy bolt rifles, fine. I get that. But the rocket launch, the super rocket launch, oh, yeah, the super rockets and the heavy stub, it just, no, please no. No, I wouldn't say you're a weak man, Steve. No, you just like what you like. We all like what we like. It's not a weakness. As long as you're not doing anyone any harm, and yourself any harm, and your family, and you know you sold your house to buy 10 warlords or anything like that. I mean, you know, if it makes you happy, and you don't get too much buyer's regret. That's the whole point of my videos, is to try and give you as much information as I can about these expensive things. You know, I don't say that everything's great. One of the downsides of this, I mean, this kit is expensive. If you've got a resin Typhon already, there's no need. Put it that way. It's going to take me absolutely ages to put together compared to the resin one. You know, so there are negatives. Like, I'm not saying that this is all positive, this kit. I mean, it's great that we've got it in plastic, especially if you can get a discount for like 50 odd pounds. You know, if you're able to pay like 50 pounds or something for this kit, fantastic. You know, I think that was good to hold off spending £100 on the resin one. If you can pick this up for about 50, you've mission accomplished. You know, you've managed to get one. Yeah, it's going to take you 5 or 6 hours, but at the end of the day, they do the same thing on the battlefield. Yeah, it's the same for the Vindicator. Like, I was on the fence for absolutely ages about getting a Forge World Vindicator, and the one with the laser destroyer on as well. I was on the fence for ages, and in the end I just took the plunge. So that was, yeah, I wanted to experience a sort of plastic resin Horus Heresy tank that wasn't a Predator and it wasn't a Scorpius. And credit to me, I never picked them up from Forge World. So but yeah, I picked up the Typhon and the Cerberus many years ago. Could have been one of the first videos you guys watched, probably, thinking about it. That and the Death Guard or the Custodes videos. Right, so that goes that way around then. I'll just read a few more of your comments. Plastic Fire Raptor, yes. I'm all over that. Scarlet, yeah, all over that. Oh, Steve, yeah, they've got some really nice resin Necromunda models, haven't they? Yeah. You can get a bit carried away with those Necromunda models though, because they're all so good. I mean, you pick up a couple of them, you know, because they're like £20 each or whatnot, and before you know it, you've invested like £100 or £200 in some civilian miniatures. I say civilian, in gang miniatures, you know. Tell you what, another gaming system that's easy to go overboard in is Adeptus Titanicus. Like, you get a pair of Warhounds or something, or a Warlord, and you think, oh, that's really cool. Let me just get some Knights to go with them, or let me get a Reaver to go with them, or a Nemesis, and before you know it, you've got a full maniple in your face. Right, I think we're ready to sand this down, sand the join down. I might go and pop and grab a drink in a moment. I don't think I could stream all day. I really don't. I mean, hats off to all the video game streamers and things. Hats off to you guys. Like, I don't think I could sit in one position and just talk all day, like for like 8 hours, 9 hours. Yeah, that's skills. Oh, fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, I don't think they get much of a staff discount anymore, but I think they do get bonuses. I think their bonuses are pretty good. Well, they should be good. Imagine if they got like commission for new hobby startups or something like that, like, and they could and they then got like annual commission as well. So if there was a staff member who got me into the hobby back when I was a kid, and then they did like a catch-up session, like, oh, hello, Mr. Super Saiyan. Okay, well, how much are you still in the hobby? You know, what army are you collecting at the moment? What you're working on? And then that one person then takes a commission, a percentage of everything that I bought from Forge World and Games Workshop. Oh, can you imagine? Like a lifelong commission bonus. Well, I can tell you right now that no member of staff got me into the hobby. There were a couple of members of staff that I guess kind of nurtured, encouraged, aided, gave me advice, some really good advice. But it was actually one of my friends who was in the hobby. I've heard that some of the video games got other people into the hobby, like Space Marine and Dawn of War. I mean, that seems about right. You know, if you like real-time strategy games and you picked up Dawn of War and you discovered that it was actually a board game. The Vindicators I can see being a dual kit. Well, they are a dual kit. Oates, my friend, Oates. The Vindicators are a dual kit. They've mentioned this, my friend. they've already got there. They beat you to it. The Sakaran variants. Yeah, what are you basing that on? What are you basing that on? Because I can tell you right now, like they could have done a dual kit for the Punisher. Okay, I can tell you that right now. They could have possibly have done a dual kit for the Arcus. Am I getting the Arcus and the Scorpius mixed up? I can't remember. Maybe it is the Arcus. But yeah, that's why it was really odd for them just to release the Sakaran as a single kit. That was odd. But the Venator, yeah, they can't really make that a dual kit unless they put like one of these kind of cannons instead, or a big Volkite weapon. Instead of the laser destroyer, neutron beam laser, should I say? Got to get that right. But yeah, it's fine. I will be picking up a Venator. The other variants, though, if they do a full plastic Arcus, then yeah, I'll get one. But would I pick up a full plastic Punisher? Probably not. Or an Omega. I probably would pick up a plastic Omega, actually. I'm to blame for the Adeptus Titanicus. Still haven't built the second War Master. Are you telling me that I haven't built it? Because you would be right. I still haven't built my second War Master. No. Almost. I got very, very close. I'll tell you what. If they release some, and I know that they will, if they release some juicy news, some previews for the Adeptus Titanicus range, and not just weapons, in Adepticon, then I'll release like a week or two's worth of Adeptus Titanicus content, which I have at the moment, and that's we'll do that. Because there hasn't been much Adeptus Titanicus content on the channel. Not as much as I'd hoped for. Kevin, what was his name? Kevin. I do like the Vashtor model, but I'm going to wait until he's separate. But I will get him, yeah. It's a shame they couldn't have, you know, more Dark Mech stuff for the release. This cannon needs a bit more tidying up than I thought. Yeah, definitely worth having your Tamiya thin glue nearby, guys, for this one. An orc looted Warlord Titan kit. Wow. You mean we're going to get an orc Warlord Titan before a Chaos one? Ouch. Ouch. I feel bad for all those Chaos players. Okay, that's that done. We've just got to get this barrel complete. Yeah, it does. You're right, Pine Tree. Yeah, completely does. Just need some bigger wings, but I totally see that. Who would be a 40k Gandalf? That's the real question. Mephiston. That's excellent. Mephiston is getting on a bit, isn't he? Speaking of blood angels, you hear about that lucky guy that was sent Dante? Like, the new Dante. Imagine that. What's even more hilarious is that people then started buying the old Dante in the hopes that the warehouse would send them the new one. I mean, talk about fear of missing out. I mean, that's a fear of missing out, surely. That's wow. No, it's not. It's just so that people could sell him, I reckon. Let's face it, guys. People don't buy the special edition books to read or to love. They just stick it on eBay to sell it for £500. Which is unfair for people that genuinely want it. But I guess their argument would be, well, if you genuinely want it, you'd be willing to spend £500 on a £40 book. No, I think there should be some kind of queuing system or limit. Well, anyway, Calgar does have a 1+ armor save. Yeah. Got the one warlord to rule them all. Yeah, Dante is pretty cool. I used to run a Blood Angels army because of Dante. Well, and Death Guard cheesiness, but still. Death Company, not Death Guard. Why am I thinking of Death Guard? Yeah, that was pretty cheesy back in the day, having a Death Company. Where you just rolled dice and some of your standard troops would be upgraded for free to Death Company that suddenly found power fists and power axes and, you know, could ignore wounds. That was a bit cheesy, wasn't it? Right, so this will only go on one way, the tip. You might want to polish some of these out. Okay. So, I'll just pop that on there. What do you do with all that stuff that you buy? I run a YouTube channel where I unbox it and I review it, and I occasionally do some collection videos. So that's what I do with all of the stuff that I buy for Warhammer. And I collect it as well, I guess. Sometimes I even give it away for free. Sometimes. And I will never ever say, I'm going to build this model or I'm going to go and do a project video if people give me a Warlord Titan or something like that. Because that's just not how I roll. If I want to give people a Warlord Titan build guide tutorial thing, I'll just go ahead and do it. No expectations from me on anybody here whatsoever. Well, subscribing would be nice. I mean, while we're talking on the subject, like subscribing to the channel would be a start. That'd be quite cool. Just because you get notified, like, you know, I release daily content, so it becomes a bit of an ache having to check back on the channel every single day to see what I've released. You know, because I don't think everybody wants to see a review of like a 4-year-old spider, like a, you know, Gloomspike Gits one. People have their tastes, which is cool. Do I play with myself solo? What? What a question. No, I don't have time to play with myself. Okay. It's always on standby, Oates. Always. You know, this is how much of a standby it's on. Okay, it's right here. And you think I'm joking, but I do actually have a candle nearby too. So no, before anybody says it's not to sort of save electricity, I'm not going to model by candlelight. Can you imagine? Although saying that, there probably are a couple of people that are modelling by candlelight, maybe, out there. Put your hand up in the chat if you're one of these people that are, you know, painting by candlelight. Wouldn't you just wait until the daylight? But maybe you can only do it indoors, especially this time of the year. Do you think we'll see some World Eater Demon Engines? Unfortunately not. If Games Workshop can't be bothered to give us pictures of what Predator tanks look like in the World Eaters Codex, I don't think they care about giving us some World Eater Demon Engines, no. Unfortunately not. I would have loved to have seen them. They would have been so cool. I've got so many creative ideas of what they could have looked like. You know, some kind of like corpse grinder, like mechanical things that scoop up like bodies and then like recycle them and like shine their skulls as they're getting passed through their, you know, digestive tracts, and then they're just crapping out skeletons and you know, bones, and then they're filling up tanks with blood. I mean, yeah, I've got so much creativity of what they could be doing there, but no, I guess they need to work on some Chaos drop pods first of all. I think that's the first thing. But I have got the hag for inspiration, yeah. Maybe not so much for corn. Milk for the milk god, maybe. The Lady of Bones. No. Do you think we'll see new Terminators this week? Definitely. You've got a lot of candles because the power goes out all the time. Oh, that's quite bad. I think my power has gone out here in Norfolk like probably once. And that was, I don't even think that was for an evening. And I've been here a number of years. So no, they're not very frequent. But if it does go out, yeah, I've got backups. I've got a Warlord Titan equipped with a searchlight apparently, so it can it can just light up the house. It's fine. Oh yeah, Brandon. Yeah, you living in the Midwest. Crikey. I read that most of the population of North America live on the east of is it the Meridian line? One of those? Like the majority of all North Americans live on the east side. Like by quite a big factor as well. I don't know. I would like to visit that part of America. I think that would be pretty cool. You know, find a spot where there's just nothingness whatsoever, and it's just you, like nobody around at all, and it's just you and the sound of the planet. I think that would be very therapeutic. Well, maybe not for some people, but the corn mower. You're now in your Necrons army. Nice one. Oh, yeah, fair enough. Yeah. All the storms and the trees and the hurricanes and tornadoes and things, I guess. Yeah. Okay. I think I'm sort of done there, but as I say, get your Tamiya extra thin to fill in those sort of little gaps. Oh, don't start the gun debate, Sampler. Oh. I'm not getting involved in that. I'm just going to carry on with Warhammer. Okay. Right, that's those done. I think, yeah, we could probably dry fit that. I mean, this is the new bit. This is what I wanted to get to tonight. I mean, I will stay on until 10. I'll go and grab a drink in a sec. But this is where I wanted to be right now, where I can. So they are, yeah, it doesn't matter because they're both the same. Yeah, they're both numbered the same. I wanted to find out whether. Yeah, that's loose. I did wonder, you know. I thought, will this be a loose fit? Because they say don't glue it. But guys, if you don't glue it, it's going to be flaccid. And you want it erect. Like, you always want it as... in the position that you want it to stay in for a long... I'm distracted. Right. Yeah, I would say glue it. And I might glue mine lower than all the way up because that just looks ridiculous. I'd like to see some pictures of people's fully arced dread hammers. I want to see some dread hammer pics, guys. Send me your dread hammer pics. Yeah, I think I'll probably go for like a relaxed cannon position, put it that way, or I might tilt it a little bit. We'll see, but either way, that's going to be like the last thing I glue and put together. But I just wanted to show you that. Can this be put on now? No. This has to be put on last as well. Yeah, that's another thing you're going to need to leave off if you want to. I mean, I guess you could kind of glue it now, but painting it, I'd say leave that off. When you see it in the review, that probably will be blue tacked, just to get out that cannon. Because otherwise you're going to have so much mess on the inside there and on the inside. Yeah. You want a clean tip. Right. Let's put that over there because that's what I wanted to do. The rest of the pieces, I don't know. I really don't know what we could do now. I don't think I can make the power plant and things or the base quickly enough. And plus I like to build that and then have that a bit loose before I connect it to the sides. I suppose I could... No, we're just going to go for the side paneling now. The sponsons will be the last things I do, and the accessory. I have decided I'm not going to really do anything in terms of the accessories. I might put some smoke launchers on. I mean, that would make sense, it being like a siege tank as it's moving forward. Point defense though, I might put a heavy bolter on it, you know. I haven't got a heavy bolter on this one, but that's the beauty about that weapon upgrade sprue. I can now put pintle mounted weapons on these if I want to, if I wish to. Oh, Night Maxim, thank you for joining. Thank you. You have a good one. I'm starting a little bit later than that, but yeah, nice one. Well, yeah, if I had some rubber grommets, yeah. That's a good idea though, really, because then you can just pose it. But when your broadband keeps cutting out, what?
from what, my broadband? My broadband doesn't cut out. My stream freezes, like when it's low battery, it stops the stream. But no, it's all wired, it's fine. The big thing you like about these videos is motivation. Oh, nice. Good. Well, I'm pleased. I'm pleased that these videos give you motivation. I'm giving you company for these few hours of the week. That you know, I think it's more motivation than like having something on in the background. I mean, I'm probably something on in the background, aren't I? But I'm just going to go grab a drink. I'll be back in like a couple of minutes. Right, I'm back. I might change it to I'll be back. Always good, like after an hour or so, to have a little bit of a walk around as well. Good for your circulation. They tell me. Okay, right, let's crack on. So yeah, that's where I wanted to get with the Canon today. The rest for this next hour is just me making progress on the tank. Because this needs to be built for the review, of course, where I'll compare it to, yeah, the resin. So yeah, this is just a chill final sort of hour. Not sure whether I can get the review to you guys this week, but there's some nice videos coming up. And then there's the Resident Evil live stream, which I'm super excited about. Whoops. B1. So that's this sprue. I think over the years I've built more Land Raider kits than any other kit. Well, vehicle kit, that is. I mean, Space Marines themselves, I think I've built more Space Marine troops than anything else. Yeah, it sucks. I haven't even talked about, because there's been loads of news over this past couple of weeks. I haven't even talked about the sort of resin upgrades for the Mark 6s to have them as despoilers. That sucks, doesn't it? I think they could have handled that a bit better. I think they could have had them as plastic, really. B5 and B4. Oh, right, okay, I get it. Have I ever kit bashed something, and if so, what was your favourite kit bash? I have actually kit bashed something. I kit bashed that Orc looted Basilisk. I wish I would kit bash more Orc things though. Like, if I was going to kit bash something at the moment, it would probably be that Dawn tank. I'd have an Orc Dawn tank. Call it the Dork tank. I don't know. But yeah, that's what I'd probably like to do at the moment. If, like, I say money was no object. I mean, kit basher Chaos Warlord Titan, that would be quite fun. Like, if you gave me all the parts, like if you gave me like parts from the Decimator, from Chaos Knights, from Brass Scorpion, you know, gave me a couple of Brass Scorpions, I reckon I could do a good job on a Chaos Warlord Titan. I just live stream it every day, and that would be pretty awesome. I don't think I could kit bash something like, I say, from scratch. I'd have to use other parts. Like, what I mean is, I don't think I could kit bash a Emperor class Titan. Like, I don't think my skills are there to make toilet rolls and plastic card into some kind of like amazing miniature. I don't think I've got those skills. E9 and E11. There's E9. And E11. And then G8. So we said left side was this one. Which I think it is. And E18, which is over here. It's a nice kit, like this Spartan kit. You know, if you haven't got a Spartan kit already, it's a highlight of the Age of Darkness box set. Really was. I can understand why people got a couple of boxes, but at the same time, that Contemptor sort of let it down a bit. I should have had the full Contemptor in there. So yeah, just a heads up, I will be leaving at 10 o'clock. I would have been live streaming for about, what does it say? Yeah, I would have been streaming for 3 hours. Haven't streamed for a while, so I want to say thank you to everyone that did join today. Yeah, just carrying on with this tank to build it for the review, which will probably be in about a week's time. Like I will probably be recording this next week, Saturday. I can't do a live stream on Wednesday, unfortunately, but I should be back on the Saturday. I haven't pre-ordered anything today at all, so there won't be any new releases in that live stream. So I'm kind of leaning towards building the Dark Angels Contemptor Dreadnought in that stream, or building the Doredio. That's the two choices. Do I think I'll be able to magnetize the cannon? I think you could. I don't know why you would, because the whole top part of the Cerberus and that part is totally different. So I don't think you're going to be able to hot swap them unless you magnetize all of the top as well as not just the cannon. And unless you want to put something where the cannon is instead. I mean, it's possible, but you have to have this piece on. So you can magnetize that there and there, easy peasy. And on here you can magnetize both of those. So you'd only need your 6 magnets to do that. But then what you're going to do? Like, you can't use it as a normal Spartan because it doesn't have a assault ramp. You can't use it as a Cerberus because you don't have the cannons. And also this top area won't match if you do decide to magnetize the Cerberus laser array. So
I mean, obviously you've got reasons, but I can't think of any where that would be much beneficial. The finished product, this finished tank? Oh, it'd be about a week. Yeah. It'll probably be, I don't want to jinx it, but it'll probably be Monday or Tuesday the week after. But the thing is, I'm very aware that people have been waiting for certain reviews of things that just haven't been released yet, such as the Magnus review and the Sigismund review. I need to cover the rest of the World Eaters releases as well, but I'm waiting on the Combat Patrol for that. And part of me wants to get some Seraphon for Age of Sigmar. Like, they're really nice looking models. Right. I think I will do a live stream for the Cerberus, even though it's kind of more of the same. I just want to show you those cannons, like the differences, more than anything. Oh, still got these to do as well. Quite big chunky pieces for the Spartan. I knew that they'd reuse it in a kit. It's great that they've reused it in these. Just got to hold out for that Achilles. Wonder if they'll do a like a command. What was it called? The Prometheus. It was a Command Land Raider that had quad heavy bolters either side. I wonder if they will do that. Oh, right. We're getting there. We are getting there. Probably build two sides. Maybe the central pillar. Yeah, so that goes like that. It's quite big, isn't it? I should have had the Spartan up here as well. I like how they interlock too. It's quite cool. So this is the new piece. So this goes on like that. Oh, that's cool. Like an extra armour blanking piece. So it completely covers up that. Nice. It's quite cool. Let's get these connected and then these connected. And then we can work on the other side. As I say, I don't think we're going to do the tracks, but we'll attempt to do the back engine. Kind of done, really, if you think of it like that in those stages. The tracks are their own separate build thing, though, and I think that they're I say harder. They're more time consuming than rhinos. So if you've got a load of Predators and things, and you've got a load of these Spartans, yeah, you're going to be able to crack through the Predators and the Rhinos quicker than these Land Raiders. Just because of the mould lines on the tracks of the Land Raiders. You got a question, Aaron? Could always use two of those covers to finish the room. It's very true. Very, very true. Good. Well, I don't know. Are they big enough? I can certainly use part of the box to complete the Dawn. Oh, got a squeaker.
Be so careful with these bits of extra flash. Okay, right, so we can put these together. I don't know whether I've built a Spartan tank with this Tamiya glue before. I think I just used the Revel. It might actually work out better using this Tamiya. So many contact points though. Oh, should be fine. What I found is it's important not to get, you really got to work on these gaps at the top, and especially this one at the bottom here. Because they're very difficult to work out. And to remedy later on. Oh, that just goes on like so then. I mean, look at that gap there. It's a bit annoying. I hope you're all doing well with your hobby evening, whatever you're up to. Hopefully it's been as productive as mine, probably more productive. I hope you've had a more productive evening than myself, cracking on with this Typhon.
Oh, got a question now and again. If you had to pick between the two styles of 40k or 30k version of Land Raider. Oh, what a question. What an absolute question. I'd say 40k. I'm sorry, I'm going there. 40k. I just like the armor panels over most of the tracks. I mean, it just makes sense. You know, having the tracks exposed like this, airstrikes, you know, you're in, maybe you're not having Land Raiders in hive cities, but you know what I mean. There's a lot of vertical warfare going on in the well, in the 31st millennium, let alone the 41st millennium, 41st thousandth millennium. Anyway, no, the 41st millennium. Yeah, it just makes sense having armor on the top, and well, these look very, very much like the land ship, you know, World War One tanks. But yeah, no, I prefer the 40k Land Raiders. I'm not, you know, I'm not taking too much off these. I still think these look nice. But so one thing I've just noticed while I've been gluing this brand new piece to the side is that the resin kit doesn't have that. It just has your standard Rhino door, whereas this has this extra armor. Ah, this is a test. Can the new piece go on the old kit if that Rhino door wasn't there? You know what? I think no, it can't, because it's already got the interesting. It's already got the extra armor around it, but this kind of just goes on top. Ah, okay. I'll learn something. Anyway, that's for the other side. Oh, that's really good, Aaron. Nice one, nice one. Your first Warhammer army is your Khorne Juggernauts. Nice, good, good. Blueprint table. Okay. Yeah, I mean, the tracks are made of some strong materials. Don't get me wrong, but a track is a track, and they're linked, and they're only as strong as their weakest link, aren't they? And you only need one pin to melt or whatever on one of those tracks, and then it's just spinning in circles. It hasn't got an auxiliary drive unit, you know. It is just those two sets of tracks. Hasn't got you know, grav technology or anything like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm just thinking about it way too deeply. But yeah, I just think that amazing Land Raider armor that is legendary, having that around your tracks, just, yeah, why not? Is there a difference in the thickness of tracks from 40k to 30k? Not that much in terms of like the thickness. Not a significant amount. Maybe the 40k ones are a little bit thinner, or maybe they're actually thicker because they've got the embossed, like, if you know what I mean, on the 40k Land Raiders, you've got the thickness of the track and then you've got the grooves as well.
which none of these 30k ones have, but the 40k ones have the thickness of the track, and then they have the grooves, which I think looks way better than just that with the pins. And as I said before, the pins are exposed, like that's better for maintenance. But for actual survivability, I'd probably say you couple the hidden pins and the armor casing, that probably better for the survivability, I'd say. But then again, you've got like tech marines and things that can just repair things on the fly, so you know. Yeah, those space marines are definitely pretty quick and pretty strong as well. They could just jump out. But then again, like, you think of land raiders like really tough armor, and they never blow up or anything like that. But then when you read the books, it's like, oh yeah, this land raider's on fire, or oh, this land raider, the doors have been completely annihilated. It's like, no. And some of the books, Space Marine vehicles are just, yeah, they might as well be made out of the cardboard boxes that they come in. Yeah, I mean, maybe a pin could get caught in the armor section, but I reckon they've got some fail safes where they just press a button or something and it completely ejects every single track off there. I don't know. I'd like to think that in my head. Or they've got some kind of magnetic technology or grav technology that can just manipulate all of those quite freely. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of what a tech marine has in his toolkit, really. Am I filing off the mold lines? I am, yeah, because you can't get to some of the parts with your hobby knife, and you might be taking chunks out. I mean, whatever works for you at the end of the day. I mean, what I'm doing here is these aren't mold lines, so these are parts off of the sprue. So where I've cut, I might have cut a little bit deeper. I've definitely changed the makeup of that particular area. So when I then file, I make it smoother and kind of, yeah, smooth off the knife cut. So now that's smooth. But yeah, I'll see. So there's a mold line there. So I could use the hobby knife, but it's uneven, and that took me probably twice as long. It's literally just like that, done. And this, like, you could leave that because that's on a join, but it's a bit wibbly wobbly there. So I'll probably file that down. Yeah, that's straighter already at that angle. Yeah, some of these you could get away with and not, file or cut off, but it becomes trickier to fix once you've sprayed it all. And you know, like if I find something on these resin models now where I need to file, you know, file resin as well of all things, I'll be pretty bummed out. Exactly, they've got servitors, they've got serfs. You know, you think a Space Marine puts on his own armor? No, they got serfs and everything to do that. Oh. Yeah, they could do. Okay, and then this. The thing is, we have to do all of this again for the other side as well, which we're not going to get to tonight. Told you, this Spartan kit is a project. You know, if you've never built a Spartan before, plastic one that is, it's a proper project. So yes, it's a £70 kit, but you'll get your money's worth in hobby time, I tell you. It's not including the painting of it. Oops. Going quiet because I'm just concentrating here. I like to get these pieces as straight as I possibly can. This is a bit of a pain though, because you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces just on that frame of the side. I think that goes on the inside as well. I think that'll just sit on there. So it's not too bad because you're not going to see all those joins, but still. Let me just read some more of your comments. Does the resin version come with less bits? Are you having a laugh? Are you pulling my leg here, Prime? I think you're pulling my leg. That the answer to that question is, yeah. The answer to that question is a very, very obvious yes. I'll go through the parts in a moment. Did I do an unboxing of the resin Typhon? I'm not sure whether I did. I think I did. I'd like to say I did anyway. I think I actually did an unboxing and review in one video. Those were the days. Making a Spartan sandwich. Sounds quite nice actually.
yeah, so the resin kit then, check this out. So this whole piece, like this whole, the tracks and all of this, okay, is 1, 2, 3 pieces. That's it. Just 3 pieces. The tracks are all joined on to the like chassis of the tank. This piece is a separate piece because I've just moved it, and it's well, it's not really on properly, so I need to probably put some super glue in there or something. And then this door is a resin rhino door. So yeah, 1, 2, 3. Oh, that piece might be 4. I'm not really counting that piece because it's like part of the sponson. So that would be when I was building this. But the secret with this is you put a magnet in there that's about the same size, probably a bit thicker, and then you glue the magnet to the tank, and then you glue this piece onto the tank, and then you put the magnet there on the sponson, and that's how we magnetize the old sponsons. Whereas this tank, it's going to be I haven't got a plastic tank nearby, but all of the Predator, Sakaar and Kratos sponson weapons are going to be able to fit on there and move. It's it's just fantastic the way that they've done that. Oh yeah, this kit has like, I think 222 pieces, so like 11 pieces less than the Kratos. So yeah, this has a lot of pieces. You know, as I said, it's a proper project. As much of a project as a Spartan for sure. Okay, that's one side done. Now, there's no way I'm going to finish the other side in sort of 10 minutes, but we can kind of get a picture of what, well, we know what it's going to look like. It's going to look very similar to this one. But if I put this here, it will be something like that. Yeah, so we're getting there. We're getting there. Probably got about, we've maybe done 1/5 of the tank, maybe 20% or so of the tank tonight. So I think that's fine. We are going to leave it there because you know, the next stage just involves me copying, you know, doing what I've just done but the other side, and then I need to go through the tracks and then do the back and then sandwich them together. So there won't be a part 2 of this you know, build. I'll just be building this, you know, as I can when I get some free time during the week. So the next video you see of the Typhon heavy siege tank will be the review, and I'll compare it obviously to this, the Cerberus, even whip out the Mastodon and some other Horus Heresy plastic tanks as well. So yeah, I am gonna head off now, but thank you ever so much everyone for joining me. Maybe you even joined for the 3 videos today. There's going to be a video tomorrow, a review of something flying. So yeah, I hope you enjoy that one and the rest of the content. But thank you for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor protects.